Have you noticed how most people suffer in silence, carrying traumas and pains that seem impossible to overcome? Interestingly, what society calls weakness often hides an incredible inner power. Few understand that facing one's own fragility is the first step to turning suffering into strength. And here's the secret Machiavelli and other great thinkers point out. Pain is not an obstacle, it's fuel. Imagine if every fear, failure, or trauma could be converted into discipline, clarity, and actionable power. That's exactly what we're about to explore, revealing how applied psychology can help you turn the game around and take control of your life. Get ready, because what you're about to discover will challenge everything you believe about pain, failure, and overcoming challenges. Sometimes, fragility appears so subtly that a person doesn't even realize they are limiting themselves. It's that feeling that emerges when we seek approval from others or avoid confrontations, even knowing it harms us. Recognizing your own weaknesses requires courage and attention because touching old traumas is never easy. A practical exercise is writing down moments when you felt powerless, analyzing what triggered that reaction, and how you could have acted differently. This process not only reveals hidden fears, but also prepares a person to develop emotional discipline and more power over themselves. When looking inward, we realize many repetitive behaviors stem from the need to please or avoid conflict. Identifying these limitations helps create growth strategies, and small actions can already produce profound changes. For example, someone who fears expressing their opinion can start by sharing ideas in safe environments, gradually feeling confident. Recognizing these patterns promotes respect for oneself and personal boundaries, something Machiavelli also emphasized when discussing human nature. This initial step is crucial for entering the phase of philosophical reflection on one's own life. Accepting that there are vulnerable areas does not mean definitive weakness, but an opportunity to transform pain into learning. Talking to someone you trust or keeping a feelings journal helps manage fragility, turning it into inner strength. Recognizing how discipline in self-awareness strengthens character, a person begins to experience a sense of power that once seemed distant. Small daily challenges, like facing an old fear, become opportunities to apply Machiavelli's teachings in practical life. This awareness opens the path to the next stage, understanding the role of philosophical reflection in internal transformation. Philosophy has this almost magical power to make us see beyond the immediate, helping to transform fragility into clarity about who we truly are. When reflecting on our actions and choices, we start understanding old patterns and the need to exercise discipline in our mental habits. For example, reading works by thinkers like Machiavelli, Nietzsche, or Marcus Aurelius can teach how to handle fears and control impulsive reactions. Each philosophical concept applied to practical life helps a person perceive the power they have over their decisions and emotions. This reflection is not only intellectual but deeply emotional, consciously guiding internal transformation. Bringing philosophy into daily life helps us understand that challenges and traumas are not obstacles, but silent teachers. Asking oneself, why react this way? Or, how can I act with more respect for myself and others? Transforms the perspective on internal conflicts. Practicing meditation or writing daily reflections on feelings and choices helps integrate philosophical teachings into real life. With each insight, the person realizes that initial fragility does not define their path, and applying reflective discipline strengthens character. This process gradually reveals the internal power hidden beneath old fears. A crucial point is recognizing that philosophy is not just distant theory. It becomes a practical tool for daily decisions. By analyzing our actions through Machiavel's lens, a person learns to balance ambition, ethics, and personal strategy. Exercises like recording 3 daily decisions and reflecting on them help apply philosophical concepts effectively. Constant reflection on mistakes and successes promotes self-respect and increases the perception of power over situations that once seemed uncontrollable. This prepares a person for the next stage, learning psychological strategies to further strengthen character and face life more consciously. Strengthening character begins with small daily choices that demonstrate discipline and self-control. Establishing consistent habits like waking up early, meditating, or organizing tasks helps a person realize that fragility doesn't have to dominate their actions. For example, setting a daily study or reading routine, such as works by Machiavel or behavioral psychology books, contributes to expanding personal power and mental clarity. Each conscious step strengthens the mind and teaches better emotional management. This process creates a solid foundation, preparing to face old traumas and fears with more security and respect for oneself. An important aspect is using psychological techniques to transform impulsive reactions into strategic responses. Simple exercises, like noting emotional triggers and reflecting on them before acting, help a person identify patterns of fragility and act with discipline. Practicing visualization of future situations and how to respond in a balanced way is a way to train the mind, enhancing power over critical decisions. Additionally, understanding personal values and limits increases internal respect and prevents submission to external pressure. Each small practice, repeated consistently, builds a solid foundation for personal development. Another essential strategy is deep self-knowledge, exploring limiting beliefs and old behavior patterns. Reflecting on past mistakes and identifying lessons transforms fragility into growth opportunities. Exercises like writing about challenging moments, analyzing choices and consequences, apply discipline and reinforce personal power. Connecting with Machiavel's teachings, a person learns that understanding human nature is crucial for acting with emotional intelligence. Developing this perception strengthens character and increases the ability to act with respect for oneself and others, preparing to turn negative experiences into continuous learning. Pain and mistakes, uncomfortable as they may seem, are great teachers for those who allow themselves to learn. Recognizing one's own fragility in difficult situations is the first step to extracting valuable lessons. For example, someone who failed in a presentation can reflect on what went wrong, practice more, and apply discipline to gradually improve. This process not only increases confidence but also strengthens the power to act consciously in future situations. Facing mistakes courageously develops respect for oneself, transforming each failure into a stepping stone for personal growth. Every negative experience carries insights that often go unnoticed. Keeping a daily or mental record of challenging situations helps understand behavioral patterns and avoid repetition. Applying Machiavel's concepts of strategy and predictability can guide smarter decisions, balancing emotion and reason. Reflecting on past frustrations transforms initial fragility into maturity, and consistent discipline builds a strong sense of internal power. This learning allows acting with more respect for oneself and others. Turning mistakes into learning requires patience and intention. Small steps like asking for sincere feedback or reviewing important decisions help integrate each lesson into daily life. For example, facing conflicts consciously instead of avoiding them trains the mind to recognize patterns and act strategically. This constant exercise strengthens discipline and reveals the true power of someone who has learned to manage their fragility. Reflecting on past experiences increases self-respect and paves the way to apply these lessons practically in everyday life. Turning theory into practice is the true test of personal growth. Applying what you've learned about fragility means facing daily fears, like standing up in difficult conversations or taking on responsibilities that once seemed heavy. Setting small goals, like organizing your day or completing challenging tasks, develops discipline and reinforces decision-making power. Reading personal development books or works by Machiavelli about human behavior is also a way to practice learning. Each conscious action strengthens character and teaches how to act with respect for oneself and others. In daily life, it's essential to transform every obstacle into a growth opportunity. For example, when facing criticism or rejection, a person can reflect on valid points, adjusting habits and attitudes without being emotionally shaken. This practice reinforces discipline, reduces fragility, and increases power over impulsive reactions. Simple acts, like setting boundaries or saying no when necessary, also promote self-respect. Gradually, each daily practice becomes a tool for self-transformation, consolidating philosophical and psychological learning into concrete actions. Moreover, creating rituals of self-awareness and reflection is a powerful strategy to apply learned concepts. Exercises like meditation, journaling, or weekly reviews of decisions help internalize discipline, identify patterns of fragility, and perceive the power over choices and emotions. Sharing experiences with trusted people or study groups expands understanding and strengthens mutual respect. Slowly, daily life becomes a laboratory of transformation, where every conscious action solidifies positive habits and reinforces the application of philosophy and psychology in everyday challenges. Now that you understand how to turn your pain into power, the question is, what will you do with it? Will you continue letting fragility dominate your choices, or will you apply the discipline you've learned to take control of your life? Think about the small daily actions that can reinforce your character and generate self-respect. From facing old fears to making decisions that once seemed impossible. What habit can you change today that will have a real impact on your life? Every conscious step is a rung toward a stronger, more resilient, and strategic version of yourself, as Machiavelli would advise. If you truly want to evolve, don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to continue discovering how to apply psychology and philosophy in practice, transforming pain into real growth.